Hey, how we doing, guys?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin,
So the Americans, we're getting very close to the end of the season one.
we are actually. And things we mentioned, before things move faster on this show than you kind of expect them to, from what you've seen from other television shows. They don't.
do.
They don't draw things out, right?
No.
Chris put himself in a position where he's starting to learn, the truth about, the Martha and everything. And it's like, wow, by the end of the season, he might end up having to die
Truly shocking.
next episode,
Truly
right?
shocking.
For sure.
And how they handle the eye for an eye in the show is pretty wild too. Because not only did we lose Chris, we lost Gregory too.
Same deal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they got one of Gregory's informants. By the end of the season, Gregory might be caught. By the end of the episode, he was gone.
And
they just moved so quickly.
I like that. I
do
like
too.
how it shows casualties on both sides. Like both sides don't go without loss, And it's a really interesting juxtaposition. Even with the home lives, you look at Stan and his home life, and Philip and Elizabeth. They both have their own troubles.
Yeah, they're in bad shape.
They're doing the same things on both sides. It's two sides of the same coin, right?
Sure, absolutely.
And I love that. I love how it's visualized. I love how they bring it to fruition. It's truly unique.
It is.
It's kind of like Breaking Bad could have taken this route with Walter and Hank, which they kind of did a little bit, but they didn't really touch upon it. It kind of wanted me wanting more from that aspect of the show. And I think that this show handles that very, very well. That's kind of the point of the show,
Sure. No, it is, just because they're in direct conflict with each other.
Yeah. Not saying that's what Breaking Bad had to be.
Breaking Bad was much more Walter show than
different show.
Right,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I do.
Right, sure. And really, of all I love like espionage spy stuff,
Me too.
right? But it never focuses on like the relationships of it nearly as much as this does.
No.
Like, the Mission Impossible movies are fantastic, right?
Yeah.
They don't. None of the Bond movies really do. There's some superficial, like "you killed my friend," or
it's brief.
The woman I'm dating, but it is brief. It doesn't drive the narrative at all. This is an espionage thriller television show that's very much driven by the relationships of the characters. Yeah, absolutely.
Because
this is something new for sure.
Because the point in a lot of spy movies is the fact that they are alone.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be alone. You know what I mean? And that it takes that idea and it plays with it so well. Because it's like, this is a job that's like, spies are hitmen. They need to be traveling and alone. And it's like, what do you do if you buddy them up?
Right. Well, and
you domesticate them.
And really, I mean, the most spy. Look at any Bond story, right?
Yeah.
Almost all spy espionage thrillers are plot driven, and this is more character driven.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love that aspect of it for sure.
Me too.
And again, not knocking Mission Impossible or James Bond; those are all wonderful things.
Favorite franchise.
But this is kind of like a new version of that, to where we added the angle of it being character and relationship driven, rather than just where's the bomb that I have to switch off.
And let's face it, it's a tired genre.
It's definitely been done.
Yeah.
And this is just a nice genre bending new angle for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know what they're going to do in this episode. But that's one thing of the show is that it keeps us guessing.
Here we are, like 3 episodes to the end, 2 or 3 from the end of the season, and
okay, so
I have no idea.
Here's a real question. So obviously we know that now main characters in the show are expendable. Do you think Granny is going to go this season?
I don't know if she goes this season, but I don't see a world in which she doesn't go at some point, right? And I think it's going to be violently. I don't think they replace her. I don't think she gets shipped back home. I don't think she gets shipped back home to be dealt with violently, in the motherland. Yeah. I think either, if I'm guessing, and I am, either Gregory or Elizabeth, Philip or Elizabeth are going to be the one that takes care of Granny. I really do. I don't think it's going to be an American.
Well, they hinted at that in the episode after the fact they were kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what does she say? She says something about like, there'll be a day, or like, we'll get to that another day. And they both have this moment on the bench together, and they're like, yes, we will.
Right.
So they definitely set some sort of like conflict up between the two of them, because they don't necessarily like each other, but they respect one another,
Right. Yeah. And let's face it, these two who are super spies, right?
Yeah.
And the idea of them having a handler that they don't like, it seems beneath them. You know what I mean? Someone on YouTube pointed out that to the Russian government, Elizabeth and Philip, based on what they do and the work they've had to do to get, to have a family embedded in the United States and all of that, and the work that they do, they might actually be more valuable to the Soviet government than their handler is, because I feel like they can just they can roll in a new like single like I'm just here to be to be your communication person. Yeah, exactly. Whereas I think embedding a family.
That's
right?
a 20-year investment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a lot harder thing. Right. We do want to welcome a couple new Patreon subscribers for the last day or so, guys. So Julia Fletcher, Rebecca Ben Susan Bash. I did that just fine the first 2 times. Suri Gandavarapu, Jesse, and Rachel Thomas. Thanks so much, guys, and welcome. We are very glad you are here with us.
We absolutely are. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. Welcome. If you don't mind hitting the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, please. And if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content coming your way.
Yeah. If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we watched or are currently watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. Mm-hmm. If you get to the end of this on YouTube and want to keep going, we have the next 4 episodes up on YouTube or up on Patreon right now for you. If you want to subscribe and hop on over there, you will have to sync and watch along on your own streaming service or DVDs. We are watching on Hulu, home of all things FX.
Yeah.
We're also currently watching 30 Rock as a Patreon exclusive. So all of that's there for the taking.
Yeah. Shout out to the people that are using DVDs too. That's real commitment.
It really is,
real
isn't it?
Fans.
All right. For those of you back with us on Patreon, welcome, guys. We're going to go and start episode 11 here in 3, 2, 1.
Товарищ генерал, ожидайте кого-то.
I can see them botching this. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon.
Maybe, or maybe this is just them being taken out by the CIA.
Yeah. We're going to find them, and we're going to kill them.
Yeah, put the book down, man.
Yeah, this is quite a retaliation, yeah. I mean, yeah.
And for that, they'll pay.
For an eye.
This is definitely not the FBI doing this, though. This is CIA stuff, yeah.
The real James Bond stuff.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Or Felix Leiter, I guess.
You're right, they're going to botch this, aren't they?
A little rusty there.
Well, he's not young.
Yeah, that's true. Pushing too many pencils. Oh, maybe?
No, someone else is going to do it. Someone else, yeah. Oh,
wow. Dang. Okay. Well, I was wrong.
I thought it was going to be like someone was going to take him out the way they dragged it out.
We've seen that trope a lot.
Right, for sure.
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Ladies' night out.
They need a ladies' night out for them.
Oh, for sure. Let's talk about how much our husbands suck.
They're the worst.
And orange juice.
Galliano, that sounds so continental. This is my Italian lover, Galliano.
Speaking of, excuse me, can we get 2 more of these?
You got it.
Thank you.
I don't know what a Harvey Wallbanger is, but I've heard of it a million times.
I'm assuming it's
what you just said?
Yeah, the
Galliano.
Galliano.
What does this have to do with insurance?
The insurance company pays.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Yeah.
I used to watch it when I was little.
You know what? My stepdad used to watch that kind of stuff too. All dads love nature shows.
Right.
Well, I have orange juice and peanut butter.
Do you have a car?
Maybe order a pizza?
Okay, well, have a good time then. Okay?
I feel bad for her.
I do too. Like, it's tough. She doesn't know what to talk to.
What happened?
You, yeah.
Okay.
You're not innocent here, Stan.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
You drink, son.
No, don't gaslight her.
Yeah, that's what this is. You've been drinking, so you don't know what you're talking about.
Headquarters. They said that you left hours ago.
Oh.
I just need you to listen to me.
No, because I am sick.
Oh, this is hard.
I know.
Kidding myself about you and about this marriage and about the last 19 years of my life. And I don't know how you could.
Yeah.
And she's not wrong. We know she's not wrong.
She's not wrong at all. You deserve that, Stan. You did.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's where he was this evening, but he's been.
I think it's implied. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, just.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Moscow's decided to end the escalation of violence for now.
Somebody needs to. You're heading for like nuclear war. Yeah.
Says that we can't let this spiral any further out of control. We have to stay focused on the
Moscow is wrong.
No.
Do you agree with the center's perspective?
I do not agree or disagree.
You're a pawn. That's your job.
Yeah.
Sometimes the smartest officers do the stupidest things.
I mean, I'm kind of with Granny on this one right now.
I am too.
But the Americans understood that even covert wars have rules. I was wrong.
they're not guilt-free either.
No.
The bombing of the scientists and the FBI agents guarantee that.
Like,
yeah.
Let's not start pointing fingers.
Right?
I'm telling you, the man who ordered his murder will pay with his life.
Elizabeth, come on, you can't.
No, they can't, Philip.
I know she's taking it very personally, but I do think it's like, hey, how many innocent people have you killed?
Yeah,
You know?
like-
This like, how dare they thing is like a little hypocritical.
Almost every day.
Yeah.
Like,
If you're asking me, do I want to look in Patterson's eyes before I kill him? The answer is yes.
Yeah, that's reckless. And escalates the whole thing even more.
told no.
Старшего лейтенанта, я хочу тебя ввести в курс дела.
Oh, wow.
No, she's moving up in the organization.
You know, I thought she was cannon fodder at first. Now I don't think so.
Yeah, she might actually just be
sticking
important.
around.
Yeah.
I can see her turning heel. I can see her being like, you know what, Stan? Screw you, man.
What was so urgent?
Mom.
Oh my God! Oh.
Clark.
Hi.
Yeah.
This is funny.
Seen her so happy.
Daddy, what? You said he's a great guy. She's
This is slowing up too much, isn't it?
It is a thing now, yeah.
It's great to meet you too, Clark.
I hope to see you soon.
I'm sure we will. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, what are the contingencies for that? Like when parents, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, she was never supposed to escalate the relationship. Yeah.
That I was seeing someone, and then of course they wanted to meet you, and
Martha, your parents are lovely.
They're gonna die in a car accident on the way home. Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, man.
I'll give you 20 minutes, and I'll pull the car in the alley in the back.
20 minutes.
That disguise is so bad.
Yeah.
It's so awesome, though.
And still turn back.
That gross.
The goatee's gross. I love it.
Looks like he's playing bass in a fish cover band or something. Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for the episode where, like, they go undercover and somebody's like, is that a wig?
I do not like your hairpiece, sir.
Yeah.
So he's got 20 minutes to pick this guy up and get him out to the car.
Yeah.
What's a four-letter slang word that finishes the sentence, do you wanna?
Wow.
Yeah, she did what she needed to do there.
Yeah, didn't she? Yeah.
I still think this is a bad idea.
Yep.
How's she going to get him into the alley?
Is that just like the escape, I guess? And she's going to kill him here and then, like, escape out in the alley?
I don't think there's anything private with that, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think it just says, hey, a Russian, somebody Russian got the guy.
Yeah.
I think it'd be better if he disappeared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, my God.
Okay, so that's how they get him out into the alley.
When the sedative doesn't work,
Yeah.
hit him in the head, I guess. There you go.
Let's see Stan's next move here after all this. Hey, I'm losing my wife. Maybe we should stop.
Yeah.
Stan has created a pretty big mess here, hasn't he?
Yep.
Should stop.
There.
Good. Good. Stan?
No, he is.
Oh, you're right. Okay. All right, Stan.
It wasn't very hard for her to. All she had to do was change in front of him, and that
Yeah.
was it. Yeah.
She's definitely playing him now.
I feel like she is. I don't blame her for a second.
don't
She's in an impossible situation.
Yeah, I don't either. Of course.
The only way she possibly survives is if Stan actually wants to help her.
Mm-hmm.
Then this might be the only way she can get that. I don't blame her for a minute.
No. Yeah, this guy's screwed.
He seems pretty high up in the CIA. What happens when he disappears?
Right?
I want to know how it feels to order the deaths of innocent people.
I wouldn't.
Or innocent.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think they're innocent. He's a nice enough guy, but
Yeah.
but I don't think he's
Elizabeth,
innocent.
you guys killed so many innocent people.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
Does anyone...
I said stop talking!
No, keep talking. You're dead anyways. Keep talking, man.
It's probably true. He probably is just a bureaucrat who was told from somebody much higher.
He's got some kind of training. I mean, look. He had moves.
I mean, she did beat him up.
She did.
Yeah.
But still, he's capable.
Right.
I'm sure he's done some field work, but
Sure.
he's
But
getting to her.
I don't think he's one who decided that the general.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's not his orders.
Right.
He wasn't just like, we're getting.
I mean,
we're going to Moscow.
I think he was telling the truth. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, I told him, but
I was out of control.
Oh yeah.
I agree with that.
Now you're screwed. Now
I'm
you have to
surprised
kill this guy.
Or just let him go, dump him somewhere, and the fact that no one kills him and it just becomes a warning at that point might be better than escalating it as an actual murder. I'm guessing.
I mean, look, I guess the disguise is on. Like, she's got a wig and glasses on.
Right. Describe her. Skinny with glasses. Hey, that's 500,000 people in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm glad that it wasn't just a cold-blooded murder for their sake. It's like,
sure.
It becomes harder and harder to like the characters in that situation.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for
so
to kill the
glad,
guy.
right?
So, a woman and a man.
Yes. Couple.
That's actually big information.
Yeah, I know.
A lot.
You didn't have to.
Well, it's big of him to help her do that. Yeah.
I mean, he still loves her.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
At least I stopped using my teeth.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that cracked a tooth in that one time. It was so gross.
This place is
Homey.
Sad is what she was going to say. Stan called it sad.
Yeah.
Or worse.
completely.
This is her way of saying move back in.
The battery tomorrow.
Oh, you want to see it?
See it?
The apartment.
Oh, you got an apartment.
No. Bus is a breeze.
Elizabeth, come on, man.
Be more honest. I know you're
just so proud. Like,
yeah. She's not just at vulnerability. She's completely not vulnerable.
Kind of surprised he didn't tell her, hey, I got an apartment.
Well,
he did now, but like...
Right. I think that's what he was doing, yeah.
I think you wanted me to go against KGB orders and kill Patterson so you could what? Ship me off to Moscow?
I am on your side.
Not by that.
If I have to be tough to accomplish this, I will be.
You really believe all that, don't you?
Then why did she want her to kill Patterson?
Right? Just dangling him out there?
For you, old lady.
I think you're right. I think they're heading for a showdown for sure.
I want to see Granny's skills. What kind of skills has Granny got?
Oh, she's got tricks up her sleeve for sure. Like, it won't be easy, whatever it is.
No.
But Granny's gonna get got at some point.
I want to see Granny do karate.
Right?
It won't be that. It'll be like I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be manipulation and sneaky stuff.
Yeah. Okay. This is on Hulu now. That's kind of cool.
Watch that later. Close that down. Yeah.
All right. There's a lot happening with Philip and Elizabeth that I think we should talk about because it's mirroring what's happening with the rest of the people. Like, sure, Granny and Elizabeth are in a very similar relationship. You need to talk.
Right. Yeah.
You need to tell people what the issue is. You can't have your own hidden agenda, especially when you're operating at this level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of cool though because you're asking people to be vulnerable while they're also like doing the spy game, which is the exact opposite of vulnerability. It's kind of a really cool tightrope that they're walking, where it's like, how vulnerable am I and how human am I while I'm also being a fake human?
A blunt instrument.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be a tool,
right?
At the same time, so you have thoughts, feelings, and
right.
You know what I mean?
How do I be a person and also be not a person?
Right, and that's the thesis of the show. I think
a lot of it. And we see Stan's not going to get his act together.
We love Stan, but dear Lord,
great character, very well performed. Roland Emmerich. Noah Emmerich is such a good actor. And he's so perfect in the role. But man, Stan is a tough guy to love right now.
Oh my God, it's like
his Dark Night of the Soul is happening.
It's like almost like a midlife crisis kind of situation for him. You know what I mean? Like, because he's done this for a long time.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm sure the entire time he was married to her.
Right.
And it's funny, like, not funny, but it's interesting that in 20 years, she just knows now. She's like, you've done this for so long. Right. I know something's up.
Sure.
You're not the same. Tell her that you want a divorce, tell her that you'll be better, but you got to do something, man. Like,
yeah, we don't know how that conversation really ended. I feel like she just kind of stormed out and there was no resolution.
Yeah. Him being the supporting character, we don't have a lot of resolution to his his stuff he's going through.
Sure.
You know? And I would like an episode in the future to kind of focus on him. Sometimes in shows they do that, you know.
The simple fact that he tried and failed, it took him 2 minutes to for his convictions to work things out with his wife to end.
Yeah,
2 minutes. It took her dropping her robe for him to completely change his mind.
I mean, yeah. Look, Nina's lovely, but at the same time, bro, you got a wife and a kid at home. Eye on the prize here, Stan. Like,
yeah, Stan's a mess right now. So is Elizabeth. Elizabeth and Stan are pretty messy. Philip's sad, but I feel like he's kind of sticking to who he is better than those two are.
Yeah, he's not perfect. I mean, he's obviously in the wrong for lying to Elizabeth.
Right.
You know, she's in the wrong for not telling him how she feels. You know, like, come home. Like, just say, come home. I want to be with you. I mean, he got the apartment, but like for these people, like money is like they're good. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right.
Also, I found it interesting in this episode. Whenever they're debriefing the guy who was kidnapped, Patterson,
right.
And he said it was a man and a woman, a couple, and then it flashed to Stan. I'm not saying he has an inkling that it's the two of them,
sure,
but they got to be careful around him now because he's suspicious. He's looking for a couple,
right? I don't think we're anywhere near.
No, I don't either. But
him understanding that, but at the same time, yeah. I mean, if the FBI is onto the fact that there's a Soviet couple operating in the area, of course you need to be a little bit careful. Yeah,
couples now,
right? Exactly, right. It definitely narrows down their manhunt.
I mean, it helps that they're not on good terms.
Sure,
they're living
not together all the time. Yeah,
it also helps that they are becoming friends with that family, the Beemans. You know,
right.
The fact that they are friends with the Beemans, like Phil and Stan, they play racquetball together,
right? Yeah,
and Elizabeth's going out with
I never know her name.
I know, I feel so bad. She's a great, lovely actress,
right?
Fantastic woman. But her character, like, that's cool, but it also makes it kind of hard and painful because you're like, I like these people, but it's all fake. Right. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
It's all fake. But at the same time, can they establish a real friendship?
I think so.
The facade,
I think so. I think we're going to head that route. It's going to take time because they started the show not knowing each other, right? Yeah. We're in season 1, but I think we head that route. I mean, obviously, we're getting there with Elizabeth and Philip, who are like, we're never really supposed to care about each other. Mm-hmm. I think that Zuboff, is that his name? Zukov. I think he warned her with the whole, bud metaphor.
Yeah.
Like, I feel the same about Philip. Well, you do, but that is going to change down the road. You're going, look at my dog. You're going to care about him whether you want to or not, simply by being there with him and for him.
I just think you spend enough time being vulnerable with somebody that it kind of escalates. Yeah.
Right. It doesn't have to romantically, but certainly a relationship,
some
right?
sort of friendship, yeah.
Right, and I think we'll get there with them as well.
And it's the same for Nina and Stan. They were vulnerable enough with one another to where it led to this affair.
Yep.
So
it's weird that he can't be nearly as vulnerable with his own wife, but yeah,
right?
It's like, Stan, you got something broken, buddy.
She's the one person he can't be vulnerable with.
Right.
It's like for some reason he has this shield up, whether to protect her or not. But it's worked the opposite.
Oh, it's totally destroyed their marriage. It has completely destroyed their marriage. Yeah.
It's a really interesting dynamic to see that, and he doesn't even know his son.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great scene with his son coming up. He's like, "You in makeup?" And he's like, "It's a movie, Dad."
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah, relax.
Yeah,
because he was clearly freaked out.
But still, this show every week, it has action in it, but that's not why we watch it. We watch it for the great characters and for like interesting.
Very good character work. Really, really good performances, good storytelling, and really great character work.
And I want to see a showdown between Granny and Elizabeth.
It's going to happen. Because we're in the first season, I have no idea what the stakes are in the season finale for this show.
Sure.
But I'm assuming they're going to be high.
I don't know if they'll take
whatever they are. Right.
I don't know if it's going to be this season where she comes down.
No, I don't think so. She's such a great character. I think she goes for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
You lay the seeds now, and then in season 2, you'll see them.
I've been wrong almost every time about how long a character is going to be in this particular show. So it could happen. It could happen next. Yeah, I didn't see with Gregory coming, so it could happen next episode.
The last 3 episodes.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty big characters. Bit the dust. So we'll see.
We'll catch you in the next one, guys.
See ya.